Greetings, fellow soil stewards and garden enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Humus Heritage, where we dive deep into the living soil beneath our feet. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the microscopic realm that truly runs the show in our gardens. What if I told you that the secret to supercharging your garden's biological engine isn't hidden in an expensive bottle of fertilizer, but sitting right there in your pantry? We're talking about rice, humble, ordinary rice, and the extraordinary ways it can awaken the sleeping giants of your soil, the microbes. But here's where it gets really interesting. Not all rice is created equal when it comes to feeding your soil's workforce. We're about to explore the dramatic difference between cooked and raw rice, and trust me, the results will change the way you think about feeding your garden forever. The microbial mystery. Understanding your soil's hidden workers. Before we dive into our rice revelation, let's take a moment to appreciate what's happening beneath the surface of your garden beds. Every teaspoon of healthy soil contains billions of microorganisms. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and countless others, all working in concert to break down organic matter, cycle nutrients, and create the conditions that allow plants to thrive. These microbes are the original alchemists, transforming dead plant material and organic amendments into plant-available nutrients and stable humus. Without this microbial workforce, your soil would be nothing more than lifeless mineral particles. The health and diversity of these microscopic communities directly determine your garden's productivity, resilience to disease, and ability to hold water and nutrients. So, when we talk about feeding the soil rather than just the plant, we're really talking about feeding these microbes and, allowing them to do what they've actually perfected over millions of years of evolution. Cooked rice is kind of like the microbial fast food. Now, just imagine introducing cooked rice into your soil. The moment those soft, moist grains make contact with the earth, something pretty remarkable begins to happen. Cooking rice fundamentally transforms its structure through a process called gelatinization, where, basically, heat and moisture break down the rigid starch molecules into simpler, more accessible forms. This transformation is like pre-digesting food for the microbes, handing them, honestly, a gourmet meal that requires minimal effort to consume. Within hours, not days, bacterial populations begin to explode around these grains. The gelatinized starches are so readily available that microbes can metabolize them almost immediately, leading to a population boom that you can often observe with the naked eye within just 2 to 3 days. What you're witnessing is essentially a microbial feeding frenzy. The high moisture content of cooked rice creates perfect conditions for bacterial growth, while the broken-down carbohydrates provide an instant energy source that allows these organisms to reproduce at phenomenal rates. This rapid decomposition releases a flush of nutrients, primarily carbon, but also nitrogen and other elements, that become temporarily available in the soil system. In controlled experiments, soil samples amended with cooked rice show measurable increases in microbial respiration and enzymatic activity within 48 hours. You might even notice white fungal mycelia spreading across the surface, evidence of the fungal community joining the feast. However, this explosive activity comes with important considerations. The rapid decomposition of cooked rice is like lighting a match. It burns hot and fast. In an open garden bed or poorly managed compost pile, this can lead to anaerobic conditions where oxygen-depleting bacteria take over, producing the characteristic sulfurous smell of decomposition gone wrong. The soft, moist grains can also attract unwanted visitors like rodents, flies, and other pests drawn to the easy meal. This is why cooked rice is best used in specific contexts, buried deeply in active compost piles where high temperatures will pasteurize any potential pathogens, or in controlled experiments designed to kickstart microbial activity in tired soils. Raw rice, on the other hand, is really the slow-release powerhouse. In stark contrast, raw rice tells an entirely different story. These hard, dry grains are fortresses of stored energy, locked away behind tough cell walls and complex starch structures that microbes must work hard to access. When you introduce raw rice to your soil, you're not triggering an immediate explosion of activity. You're making a long-term investment in soil health. The decomposition of raw rice is a marathon, not a sprint, often taking anywhere from several weeks to several months depending on soil temperature, moisture levels, and the existing microbial population. This gradual breakdown process has profound implications for soil building. As microbes slowly work their way through the rigid structure of raw rice grains, they're not just extracting nutrients, they're creating stable organic matter and improving soil structure in the process. The extended decomposition timeline means that microbial populations grow steadily rather than explosively, avoiding the boom and bust cycle that can stress soil ecosystems. Raw rice acts as a sustained release fertilizer, continuously feeding the microbial workforce over an extended period. This steady food supply supports diverse microbial communities, including the slower-growing fungi that are so crucial for building soil aggregates and creating the spongy structure that characterizes healthy, living soil. The world of soil biology is endlessly fascinating, and every observation you make in your own garden adds to our collective understanding of these living systems. I encourage you to try your own experiments. Take 2 identical containers of garden soil, add cooked rice to one and raw rice to the other. Keep them moist, and observe what happens over the coming days and weeks. If you found this exploration valuable, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to move beyond conventional thinking and embrace the biological revolution happening in gardens worldwide. Drop a comment below sharing your own experiences with organic amendments and soil biology. Your insights might be exactly what another gardener needs to hear. Together, we're building a community of soil stewards who understand that the real fertility in our gardens comes from feeding the life beneath our feet. Until next time, keep your hands dirty and your microbes happy.